You think of the old Vegeta, a few things may pop into your mind, whether that be his height, the pridefulness, or the ego. I think we can all acknowledge Vegeta's growth as a character, but most people just don't realize how exponential his growth has been. Today, I will explain to you Vegeta's character development. When Vegeta was first introduced, he started off as the antagonist of the series, and now he has proven himself to be a hero. Vegeta is the prince of a warrior race, whom from a young age was taught he was the best. He had an awful amount of pride towards his race. His father was strict and harsh on Vegeta, but did care for him. A young Vegeta spent most of his time on missions away from his planet. While away, he would always try to make his father proud. As a child, he had pride and an ego that knew no bounds. It's only after the destruction of his home planet and the death of his father, we see the start of Vegeta's psychological issues. When Vegeta receives the news, he doesn't react outwardly. He seems to be detached from the world and his emotions. For years to come, Vegeta focuses on slaughtering and conquering the planet, almost to fuel his need for validation. To prove to himself, he is the strongest. Throughout Vegeta's whole life, although being told he was the strongest, he constantly faces reality. He simply isn't. For example, Beerus, the androids, Frieza, Goku. But what sets Vegeta off the most is Goku. Goku shows him that he isn't the strongest Saiyan alive. Although Vegeta was raised to be an elite Saiyan, a mere fodder Saiyan like Goku constantly manages to surpass him. He feels as if he needs to surpass Goku to prove he is the strongest slave alive. But as Goku achieves Super Saiyan, it seems to Vegeta the gap is only getting wider. So for a period of time, we see Vegeta start to act more earthly. He essentially cools down a bit, at least until he unlocks Super Saiyan. Once he achieved it, he reverts back to his old prideful ways and egotistical ways. And it continues all the way to the Buu Saga, where he truly reverts back to his ruthlessness. You also see Vegeta start to overcome his egotistical ways, and he starts to acknowledge that he was not born superior.
The Kakarot haunts me so. Is it because he's always been one step ahead of me, always succeeded where I have failed? First it was Frieza, defeating the tyrant that had held me in bondage my whole life.
He is a person who has achieved great things due to his hard work. He realizes that life isn't only about him, about others. It's about others as well.
After all we've been through, it's finally my turn. I'll settle this so we can both rest. It'll be over.
We see him fight for Bulma and his son Trunks. We see him finally start to destroy his inner demons. He went from a cruel murderer whose only ambition that kept him going was to gain power to a man who was willing to sacrifice his life to see his loved ones carry on. Now let's reflect on Vegeta from Dragon Ball Super. He is more of a quieter character in Super, until Beerus picks up Bulma.
Oh my god.
We see him go into a rage, and he tries to fight Beerus. This shows he cares about Bulma. He even fulfills the promise he made to Trunks. We are seeing him act more and more like a husband and a father. He still is arrogant and has a huge ego, but it's different now. His ego doesn't get in the way of his loved ones anymore. Vegeta came a long way from his old beliefs. And this is how Vegeta character has progressed from the beginning of Dragon Ball to the current time period. This has been FD Planet, and this is the end of the video.